Well, a trip from Wichita to Oklahoma City and even Dallas by passenger train is on track to happen. It's been since October of 1979 that the city of Wichita was a stop for passenger rail lines. KAKE's Nick Nelson is live downtown tonight with details on the latest plans. Nick.
Yeah, Deb, for the past several decades, these train tracks that go through Wichita have only been used for commercial rail lines. However, the Kansas Department of Transportation says that by the end of the decade, passenger rail could return to Wichita.
Times I just want to take like a weekend trip to Oklahoma and I just really don't feel like driving.
Kansans like Asha Thompson have sometimes wondered if there would be a more cost-effective way, apart from car or plane, to take an excursion to another city. The Kansas Department of Transportation wants to expand Amtrak's Heartland Flyer route out of Fort Worth, Texas from Oklahoma City to Newton with a stop in Wichita.
And I think it would really be awesome for people who remember taking the train and being able to pass on that experience to their loved ones or kids or grandkids. I think it would be great. I'm always like fascinated that this used to be like, you know, Union Station used to be the train station, and seeing old pictures I think is really fascinating. So I think it would be great to bring that back.
The project would cost the state of Kansas at least $175 million. Local, state, and federal lawmakers are on board with bringing passenger rail back to South Central Kansas, but KDOT will still need more money from the federal government to finish the project by 2029. Corey Davis with the State Transportation Department says it's up to the incoming Trump administration to approve those funds.
From FRA's perspective, we're continuing moving through the process and through the corridor ID program. No concerns at this point, but we will continue to monitor and work with our partners at FRA to react to any adjustments that do occur.
KDOT says it would take about 3.5 hours to get to Oklahoma City from Wichita. Daily routes would take off from Newton at 3 a.m. Rail Project Coordinator Martin Alvarez says the department is looking at ways to make the route schedule easier on Kansas travelers.
But perhaps in the future, just along with Kansas City, it's something that can be explored would be daytime travel times to facilitate travel during the day instead of at night. But right now, for this first step, it would just be for the early morning hours for connection with the Southwest Chief.
The prospect of the return of the passenger rail is exciting for many people we talk to. Camille Davis says having passenger rail would bring back a nostalgic American tradition.
I feel like the community has been stripped of a lot of things from the traditions that kind of brought families together. So hearing that that's something that could come back, I feel like it's a piece of the history that comes back and allows opportunities for families to have time to connect and join together.
Now, the overall project is expected to cost about $570 million in total, and that is a stop in Wichita, but also a stop in our Kansas City on the way to Oklahoma City. Again, if the funding gets approved, the project should be finished by 2029. Reporting live, Nick Nelson, KAKE News on your side.